We welcome you back to the DE Turf Complex in Frederica, Delaware. We're back here for the Class of 2024 championship game here from the American Select Lacrosse event. It is Maryland versus Connecticut battling it out in the region's battles here in the Class of 2024. A bunch of players that'll be high school juniors here this year. Once again, it's Travis Eldridge alongside Tracy Weiner with you. We saw Connecticut win the championship in the Class of 2023. They'll look to go 2 for 2, but Maryland may have something to say about that as you look at their starting goalie. Starting in cage is Emerson Martin for them in the red uniforms with that yellow lettering. I mean, what other colors could you expect for Maryland as Martin gets the starting goal for them?
Yeah. I don't think they'd wear anything else, to be honest with you. Maryland is all about, Maryland and their flag and their colors. It's amazing the pride that they have in their state.
The other end, it's Elizabeth Ganella getting the start in goal for Connecticut in the blue, and it's Maryland who wins the opening draw. They'll get the first possession.
I think in order for Maryland to be successful in this game, Travis, they're going to have to get out to an early lead and make Connecticut try to play from behind. I don't think Connecticut's played from behind much in this tournament.
Here's Kate Levy. She gives it up. Feeds Remy Schaller. She has it here at the top. Full head of steam. Schaller jump shot off the post. Good look there for Maryland, but Connecticut able to collect the rebound. Now they'll look to clear.
And, you look at something like that, it seems so insignificant, right? The game just literally started. But I think to myself, oh boy, what a shame they didn't bury that shot. Just to send a clear message that they're here to play and compete.
Here's Dylan Kazaza. Team that is made up of a lot of players from the Connecticut Grizzlies, almost majority of them. So very familiar with each other here playing
Correct.
and representing the Connecticut region. Strong take all the way behind the cage, looking in front. Ball is loose. And it's Maryland who comes up with the ground ball. That was a great ground ball there by Kate Levy. She gets it up ahead.
Gets it out of trouble, correct. I was just going to say the same thing you did. Gets it out of trouble, gets it up ahead, starts the fast break. She's so talented. I had the chance to work and watch her at the Junior Open as well. Oh, my goodness. She was a one-woman wrecking crew.
Here on the wing, it's Kate McLonan. Michelonen, excuse me. Madison Rosas draws a double team, trying to get through, draws a shooting space call, free position coming. Rosas winds, fires, and scores.
What a great placement on that shot. I will tell you that when I was watching her shoot, I was wondering, trying to guess where she was going to go, and I guessed wrong as well. So what a great placement on that shot by Rosas. I love it.
She wasted no time right there off the line. Absolute laser to get it past the keeper. And she went stick side with this, showing off.
She did. But, and again, the goalie guessed that she was going to go hip, and instead she went high.
So Maryland on the board first, 1-0. Maryland getting here by taking out New York Upstate 11-9 in the semifinal earlier this morning. Connecticut beating Tracy's Long Island group.
By one. Must have been a great game, My poor YJ Wiener group.
Got a whistle, and Maryland gets it on the turnover. Bouncing ball on that far side, stays with Maryland. Remy Schaller. And she'll bring it into the restraining box. Caroline Cole. Nickelodeon. Everybody getting a touch here for this Maryland team.
But that's what you have to do if you're Maryland and you've been watching Connecticut play for the last 3 days. You want to possess the ball. I mean, you don't want the ball in Connecticut's stick.
Nice feed and another score. It's Rosses who's got the first two. This one on a pretty feed from up top. It's 2-0.
Right now, Maryland making the most of their opportunities, burying those shots early, which, again, let's see if Connecticut can play from behind, which they haven't had to do this tournament. You watch right here. Levy moves it to the middle, and then Rosses. What a great catch, though. When you look at that, I mean, the feed comes in from Schaller, who makes a great feed, and then Rosses just buries it.
So give Remy Schaller the assist. Owings Mills, Maryland. All these players soon to be juniors in high school. This is a big recruiting summer for them, as the college coaches will be able to make their initial recruiting contacts coming up on September 1st.
I mean, I can only tell you that the events that we were at, Travis, you know, Live Love Lax, Lax for Cure, G8, Maryland Cup, American Select, it was just littered with college coaches. It was the most amazing thing to watch them all just lined up and watching these girls battle it out.
Shooting space call here outside for Caroline Cole. Yeah, it's been a busy summer and really kind of the first, feels like the first real kind of normal summer since the pandemic, where like little restrictions, all the coaches are out in full force. It's been kind of feels more like a return to normalcy.
It is. It's what I remember all those years ago and what I was missing the last few years, because I just love seeing all the college coaches, you know, and they love seeing each other. You know, it's social for them as well. We make sure at all the events we spoil them, because there's nothing better than a spoiled college coach. So, and for these players who have worked so hard since they've been in like second and third grade to look at the sidelines and see all these college coaches. And again, for me, you know, Charlie Schulberg, who runs the majority of these events, is just a genius at putting together well-organized and professional and competitive events. It's just so much fun to be a part of it.
So Connecticut going to work, trailing by 2. Emma Abazia looking for some space. We've got a whistle. 3-second call on Maryland, sets up a free position.
And this would be a nice icebreaker here for Connecticut, you know.
Abazia winds up, what a save. Emerson Martin read it the whole way.
She sure did, and again, that just was high to high, and as a goalie, that's a dream on an 8-meter.
All right, hold on.
So Maryland quickly back the other way. Opportunity here, driving in, bounce shot wide. Avery Lockwood with a good look. Maryland will keep on the backup.
Yeah, Lockwood almost buried. They just bounced it, just missing that corner.
They keep the possession, though. Here is Rosses already with a pair of goals for Maryland. She drives left, and she's got a hat trick. A natural hat trick to start the game for Madison.
Boy, Rosses is really, you know, and again, this is a sport of matchups, Travis. And maybe Rosses feels like, you know, she's a little quicker or she's got to step on her defender for whatever reason. They just keep feeding her, and every time she gets it, she just is like, I'm going to take this to the hole, and finds a way. And that's a lefty shot opposite corner. That's almost impossible for a goalie to save, because you're leaning towards the pipe, and she picks the opposite corner. So, I mean, Rosses is just showing us all kinds of talent and skill, and very, very impressive so far to start this game. Let's see if Connecticut makes that adjustment on her, though.
Rosses, native of Sterling, Virginia. She's obviously playing for Maryland because it's whatever the closest region is to where you live, and that's why she's representing this team, as we got a collision, and this will stay with Maryland. Olivia Laverghetta colliding, and I think we have We have a card issued? I believe we do, yeah. So this is...
If she's in the box, yeah.
Yeah, so Maryland goes player up here. Up 3-0 already.
Yeah, and on that play, you know, it looks like a collision is a collision, but if you're not going for the ball in any way, shape, or form, then these officials are going to card you because that's just unnecessary.
Looking for a cutter inside. Laverghetta.
Obstruction of shooting space, which often happens when you're man down because you're just rotating all over the place trying to make sure nobody's wide open.
So free position here for Avery Lockwood. She goes toward goal, drives in, stick checked, and she'll get another look at this.
She will, and you know, there's a part of me that almost thinks on this, you're man up, you're up by 3, pull it out and work the ball. You have defenders all around you. You don't really have a clear path to the cage.
Lockwood checked, loose ball, good ground ball there by Connecticut. Devin Russell through all sorts of traffic, ended up with it.
Correct, and see that Lockwood should have listened to me, Trap. So when you had
everyone should listen to Tracy.
But again, if you're a player trying to understand this game at the next level, on that particular play, what you don't want to do is give an easy possession to Connecticut to kill clock when you're already up 3-0 and they're man down.
So Connecticut will bring it across. Try to get back to even strength here and then go to work on offense. Looking for their first goal today. Still not back to even. You see the extra roaming defender here for Maryland.
Right, they go right into the backward zone defense when you're man up like that.
Strong take here, and they score! Kelly Holmes just beat her defender, then showcased the speed on the way to the goal.
Okay, so now Connecticut can breathe a little. Monkey off the back, right? They score their first goal. If Connecticut does come back to win this game, I'm going to tell you that yellow card is going to be the difference in this entire game because it's going to change the whole momentum of everything. And look at this move. And you're man up, and she's just able to roam free like that. And then the shot selection, again, is just, you know, goalie didn't even move.
So Connecticut gets on the board. It's 3-1. Russell at the draw circle against Layla Green. Russell wins the draw. And then a whistle as Russell was trying to get rid of it. She'll keep it. Connecticut with the possession. Maryland not making things easy.
No, Maryland's always had a good defensive ride, I can tell you that.
How about the wheels here? Connecticut gets the possession. Chance to settle in and get back within 1 here.
And wouldn't that be unbelievable? You know, to dominate the whole half, and then if we go into that mid-half break and you're only down by 1.
Addison Patillo, the bounce shot, it will count. Another great individual move, and it's 3-2.
So, Trout, that's another conversation that we always have as coaches. You'll see here, Patillo made a great move but ended up in the crease. So it's either a foul or it's a crease violation. How do you not call anything? So here she comes in, and again, that should be a no goal. She just fell into the crease. She could not stop her momentum, and so it's either a foul on the defender or it should have been a no goal there, in my opinion.
Well, Connecticut will take the goal. They
of course.
They'll take it back within 1. It's 3-2 now. Back-to-back goals after 3 straight from Maryland to start. Good position there from Levy on the draw circle, and she'll get a possession for Maryland.
Yeah, we need to say her name more on this broadcast. When she's on the field, good things happen for Maryland.
Quickly ahead. Maryland an opportunity just high there as Rosas wanted another.
She loaded up on that one. Scenes from the first game, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we saw Chloe Humphrey put in 4 goals for Connecticut in the first game. Rosas already has 3 for Maryland. They're only less than 15 minutes in.
Right, so if I'm coaching this game, Rosas has a hard lock. And I believe that they do. I believe they've locked her off at this point,
yeah,
as they should.
you can see her right there in the middle.
Correct, with somebody right on her.
Inside, ball loose. And that'll be a whistle on Maryland, giving it to Connecticut.
So now that Rosas is locked off, who's the next Maryland player that's going to step up and be that girl? Because the last 2 possessions where she's been locked off, Maryland hasn't gotten anywhere near the cage.
Good hustle play there. Turns it over. Natalie Kors looking inside. She's got a player open here. Olivia Orso gives it up. Maryland will settle back in. Up by 1. About 10 minutes left in this first half. 25-minute running time halves here in the championship games. Rosas already with 3 goals. Looking for space. Remy Schaller has an assist. She has it now. Kate Levy comes across the restraining box. Daughter of North Carolina head coach Jenny Levy.
I wonder where she's going to go to college.
Yeah, strange. There she beats a couple of defenders and then draws a whistle, and she'll set up a free position here. You were telling me a terrific athlete, also a great soccer player?
Correct. That's what we've been told, but we're fortunate that she decided to play lacrosse.
And Levy's got one. Maryland back up by 2. As Levy drives in on the free position, her first goal of the day, and Maryland leads 4-2 with about 9 minutes to go here in this first half. We've got a timeout on the field. Maryland came out firing, and Levy adds on another. She ends the Connecticut run 4-2 here in the first half. The Class of 2024 championship game on LSN. Maryland with a 4-2 lead here in the Class of 2024 championship game from the American Select Lacrosse event here in Delaware. Travis and Tracy back with you. Kate Levy scoring that last goal for Maryland, daughter of North Carolina head coach Jenny Levy. And speaking of North Carolina, Tracy, I heard you met a North Carolina legend on the lacrosse circuit this summer.
Oh my God, last weekend at 2 weekends ago at the Maryland Cup, I was watching a team from California. Who knew that one of the girls on the team, parents were Mia Hamm and, of course, No More Garcia Parra. And Mia was at the event, the most humble human. It was one of the greatest experiences of my life, hanging out with her. She literally talked to me for like an hour and was just the same person that I thought she was going to be. But it was important for me to be able to say to her, you were the one that made all of us feel comfortable about being athletic females and doing what we're doing now.
So cool, as is this. How about the catch and finish from Devin Russell? All in one motion.
That was just what I was going to say, Trav. So the thing that makes this play so unbelievable is, again, there's no cradle. There's no wasted time. There's no wasted energy, and there's no chance for the defense to collapse on it, because it's just a quick catch and right there, catch, release. And that was not an easy catch, by the way. When you look at that, she caught that reverse stick, pulls it strong, and buries it. And again, when you make that play look easy, you're an athlete.
Sadie Stafford setting it up. Give her an assist on that one. And it cuts the Maryland lead back down to 1. About 7.5 minutes to go.
So Sadie Stafford, can I just tell you a quick story? At the event that I was talking about where I first saw Levy's daughter play, Stafford and Levy were on the same team that won that entire event. They were a 2-woman show. Every play that was called, in the championship game was, give the ball to Stafford, Levy, let them do their thing until somebody can stop them. That's how good they were, Trav. The 2 of them were unstoppable.
On different sides here today, and both playing a role for their respective teams. A Talk about Mia Hamm and Nomar Garcia-Parra. What an athletic duo to have as your parents.
Yeah, well, and we talked about the stress of that as well, believe it or not.
Yeah, obviously plenty of expectations there. As streaking in is Layla Green. Great individual effort, and Maryland responds.
Yeah, Maryland's doing a great job here today. I'm impressed with how aggressive they are with this Connecticut defense, and they're really manhandling them at this point. I mean, and Green is just bigger, stronger, faster, and makes her right here, makes her presence known. And you're going to leave her in a one-on-one. You're asking for trouble. I mean, she's just head and shoulders above the rest. Look where she positions her stick, too. Goes right up high, so you cannot, as a goalie, determine. A lot of girls make a mistake when they go to take like a low shot. They'll drop their stick head, and as a goalie, you know immediately where that's going.
Well, and I was just about to say the awareness to have the feel for where that check was going to be, and you could see the subtle movement she had to avoid the check, get through the defender, and then shoot.
Yeah, just, again, bigger, stronger, faster.
Loose ball. Picked up by Maryland on the draw. If the draw control there to Avery Lockwood, and another possession for the team in red. Look out.
Yep, and there's some big, tall girls on the Maryland team. I always say that the water down in Maryland is a little different than we have on Long Island.
You got great water on Long Island, Tracy.
It just creates short humans.
It's worked out pretty well for some pretty good lacrosse players from your neck of the woods.
I'm not going to lie. That is a correct statement.
Maryland.
It's because of coaching. Travis, because of coaching.
It's all because of coaching, yeah. Ball is stripped, loose ball scooped up by Connecticut.
Yeah, what a great back check right there. You know, you need to protect your stick at all times when you play at this level for these teams, because the back checks will always be there. Look at the ride on this.
Sadie Stafford in all sorts of traffic. And she gets loose, and they'll keep the possession here with Connecticut. Loose ball push.
You're talking about the recruiting process like we always do. The college coaches always look at what you do after a mistake happens. You know, nobody expects you to be perfect. But you saw in that play, yeah, you were stripped of the ball, but you also ran another 60 yards back to try to make sure you got the ball.
Yeah, that was a great hustle play by Layla Green. Lost it,
Absolutely.
and she almost caused a turnover.
Correct, and that's really impressive to a college coach.
Loose ball, a couple of Connecticut players run into each other, and it comes back into Martin's crease, and she'll outlet quickly.
And what a nice clear on that into like really open space. Got it away from all the traffic.
Good morning.
Riley Osborne brings it across, and now Gabrielle Leverqueta goes inside and scores. It's Morgan Quaid. Little dip underneath, and she scores.
Well, she dipped 3 players. She got by 1, got by 2, got by 3, and said, all right, you know, this one might score. So when you watch the replay of that, you're going to see how she gets by first, and now second, and then only 2. The third was coming in, but she decided to shoot before she had to dip.
Great take there, and Maryland has a 3-goal lead once again. They led 3-0. Connecticut got a couple of back, and now Maryland back out on top 6-3. About 3 minutes left in this first half. Nicely done there by Maryland. I keep wanting to say the Terps because of the colors, but just Maryland as Remy Schaller picks it up off the draw.
That is correct. I mean, you know, a lot of these M&D girls end up going to the University of Maryland.
That's true. Kathy Reese has a nice pipeline. Sophie Harrison brings it across the restraining line. Got a whistle. And we got a ball in the corner. Can't have 2 balls in the field.
Cannot.
Mikalonen will trigger it in here from the corner. Orso trying to get hands free. Instead kicks it back out, Levy.
Levy's got the one-on-one here. Yeah, let's see what she's going to do here.
Strong defense there by Russell initially. Levy beats her. Bounce shot kicked out. Nice save.
Yeah, she did everything right on that except shot stick side. So had she, I think, picked a different area of the cage to shoot at, she might have been able to bury that shot. But you saw that first step speed.
Yeah, you could tell she's a terrific athlete. Loose ball out of bounds off of Maryland. We'll go to Connecticut. Elizabeth Ganella with that save out of Darien, Connecticut. That was a nice stop. Ball turned over in the midfield, though. Levy with it again.
Yeah, I mean, but Maryland's really controlled this. I mean, very rarely has Connecticut been in the offensive end of the field in this first half.
Maryland's really dominated the middle of the field, whether it's in the draw or some of these loose balls.
We always say they're right, 30 in the 30s. The 50-50 ground balls are the ones that win.
Make a loan in. Now Levy on the near side. Nearing 30 seconds to go in this first half. You can tell Maryland pretty content to hold for one more good look here at the end of the first half, up by 3.
As they should.
Levy has got space here on this near side. Feeds, one-handed pickup, and a score! What a play by number 22, Remy Schaller. Scoops up the pass and then finishes to make it 7-3.
That was crazy. Number one, she had no business being able to catch that pass. And number two, to be able to finish with that kind of accuracy. That is, I'm sitting here watching it right there, picking up with the one hand, and then one quick move, and before the other defender could slide in, she buries the shot.
So Schaller gets another. She had an assist earlier in this first half. Now she's got a goal. And it's all Maryland here, 7-3 with just a second to go. We just got a draw. It'll close out this first half. An impressive opening 25 minutes by the team in red. Started with 3 goals for Madison Rosas. And that just set the tone. A 7-3 lead, Maryland, here in this Class of 2024 championship game from American Select Lacrosse. We'll have some first half highlights when we come back here from Delaware. We welcome you back here to the DE Turf Complex, the American Select Lacrosse Class of 2024 championship game. Maryland with a 7-3 lead here at halftime. Travis and Tracy back with you. Take a look at the first half highlights. Madison Rosas putting on a show early. 3 straight goals, Tracy, to start.
Yeah, Rosas really got Maryland on the board and was so accurate and so a step quicker than everybody else to start this game. And then Connecticut tries to make this, quick little comeback here.
Couple of
you see the
goals from different players as Holmes, Russell, and Patillo each scored. And how about the final goal there right before the half? Remy Schaller, the great catch and finish for Maryland. And they lead by 4 as we get ready for the start of the second half. 2 more minutes of break time, and then we will be back with second half action here from Delaware. Back here and ready to go for the second half from the American Select Lacrosse Class of 2024 championship game. All these players soon to be high school juniors and putting on a show. Maryland leading 7-3 as we've got 25 more minutes on the clock. Second half about to begin. In goal for Maryland now for the second half is Eleanor Morton. She takes over after Emerson Martin had a nice first half. It's in the draw circle. Avery Lockwood for Maryland. Matching up with Sadie Stafford. And it's Maryland who wins the draw quickly ahead. Opportunity here, shot just wide. Good look from Olivia Laverghetta.
For Maryland to come out and win this draw to start the second half, good for them, because I thought Connecticut was going to come out on fire.
Morgan Quaid gets it back out top to Laverghetta. Well, stutter step move, feed inside, but a stop. In goal now for Connecticut, it's Hope Schodel, and she makes her first stop. But in the middle of the field, we talked about this in the first half, Maryland has been really good between the 30s, and they force another turnover here.
Well, they are known for their defensive ride, and it is the one thing that you really need to work on when you're playing against a Maryland, whether it's a club team or a select team like this, is to know that the pressure on the ride is stifling.
Ball loose on the ground. And
okay, you already see Connecticut coming out with a little more high-pressure defense, high pressure. They cannot let Maryland score another 2 or 3 goals right here to start this half.
Goal line extended. Feed inside. Bowers couldn't catch it. Loose ball. Ends up in the crease of Schodel, and she'll start the clear.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate pass. You know, it was a little bit too much coverage on that. Tried to squeeze it in.
Stafford looking to clear. Check there over the head. Stays with Stafford in Connecticut. So let's see what Connecticut does. Their first offensive possession of this second half, trailing by 4. Had cut it back to a 1-goal game at 3-2, but Maryland with 3 unanswered goals to finish that first half.
And 4 goals, of course, Travis, is not insurmountable.
No, certainly within reason, as we've got a whistle and a free position coming here for Connecticut.
Obstruction of shooting space.
So it'll be a free position for Caroline Trinkas. Winds up, fires off the post.
That was off the post almost to the restraining line.
That thing
That's
was
how hard that shot
laser.
I love it.
And a great ground ball there in the middle of the field by Laverghetta. As that passes wide, it'll be Connecticut ball.
And now that's 2 possessions that Maryland's had, but they haven't really valued the ball. And you don't want to give Connecticut any opportunity to get back in this game. It was a huge break having it hit the pipe. And instead of pulling it out and settling it and running some more time off and waiting for the high percentage shot, it's an unforced turnover.
Tell you what, that shot from Trinkas was an absolute bullet. Some heat behind it.
Correct.
Foul in the middle of the field, stays with Connecticut here.
Hitting that turf at 100 miles an hour like that. She's going to have a nice spa day tomorrow, I bet.
Yeah, that's turf is hot.
It is, and you've been pounding on it for 3 days. The whole complex is beautifully turfed. I mean, every field, so.
We'll say not a lot of shade out there at the DE Turf Complex.
I'm going to have to agree with you there.
You're out there in the sun. You're ready to bake.
You know, I definitely look like it's summertime.
Stafford beats her defender, shoots high. Going Kazaza there for the backup. Here from the wing, it's Devin Russell. Feeds inside. Bounce shot just up over the bar and wide.
Connecticut's getting some looks. They just haven't been able to finish.
Loose ball out by the restraining box. Stays here with Connecticut. Bring it in. Back here is Leah Koffer. Connecticut stays at work, still looking for this first goal of the second half. Stafford feeds inside, there it is. Across and finds Devin Russell for her second. Connecticut strikes first in the second half.
That was a pretty play. And again, it's just your simple draw and dump. I mean, Stafford is always going to draw a crowd when she has the ball because she's just that good. So as the defenders are drawing to her, it's the perfect draw and dump right here. And wide open is Russell. You see the three defenders right here watching. One is on her, and now the other ones start to shift. And as they start to shift over, that's when Russell drops in and is wide open.
Sadie Stafford with a couple of assists in this game so far. And it cuts it to a 3-goal game.
Travis, I think Sadie Stafford's one of the best players in the class of 2024 in general, like in the country. You know, there's a few of them. I think it's her. I love the way Levy plays. I like the way Tess Calabria plays. You know, I mean, you just see some of the kids that just stand out in the class of 2024. It is a talented class to begin with.
Class that has a lot of attention on them here this summer, as we'll see what college coaches come calling starting September 1st for all these players. Such an exciting and nervous time for all these players as they try to figure out where they might want to play at the next level.
Yeah, I mean, I would hope for them, though, that it's more exciting. I mean, the players should understand that it's just a payoff for all your hard work. Don't get stressed out over it. You all know you're going to college. It's just a matter of where.
And there, I mean, you look at the parity across the Division I landscape. I mean, so many new programs. Look at what Clemson's building already, as Russell with a laser. Back-to-back goals here for her, and Connecticut is back within 2.
And whatever matchup they have on Devin Russell right now, she said, just give me the ball and everybody let me do my thing, you know. And you know, she has been accurate, at least in the second half so far. So if she has the hot hand, why not? You'll see right here, it's just your basic one-on-one, and she's like, you know what, before the next defender closes in on me as well, I'm going to get the shot off. Yeah, I'm curious to see the Clemson team this fall and spring. The transfer portal has been very good to them. University of Rhode Island is also starting a new program. My girl Jenna Slowey is the coach there. She's such a sweetheart. What a great choice. And a beautiful college. I just love to see the whole growth of the game. University of Central Florida down there now with the McCords leaving Jacksonville and heading down there. And Tara Singleton finally being able to be a head coach. And
nice save.
So much going on the landscape.
Morton with the stop as Maryland goes back the other way. Yeah, and so many great young coaches. I mean, we were mentioning Kayla Trainer at the in the last broadcast, of course, leading Syracuse. Danielle Spencer out there at Stanford. I mean, the generation of players who were obviously great over the last 10, 15 years now have gotten to head coaching roles, and it's kind of the next great generation of college leaders.
Right, it was a little gap, you know, when you had like the you know, that one group that really, you know, kind of graduated, and then they all started. Michelle Tumolo and that age group, when they started to get their head coaching jobs, you had a small gap, and now you see the resurgence of the younger head coaches coming back into the game.
Connecticut quickly ahead here. And what a job Michelle Tumolo's done with Army. Got their first ever win over Navy last year. What a moment that was.
Yeah, she's got the rock star staff, though.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
it's her and Katrina Dowd, you know, and Emma Simpkins. I mean, Ella Simpkins, excuse me. That's just an unbelievable coaching staff.
Well, stutter step move and another goal.
Wow.
Here comes Connecticut. Addison Patillo's got her second.
And I get my correction here. It's University of Southern Florida. Excuse me, not Central. So thank you, Coach. I got a text right
not
away.
UCF.
Yeah. Correct, USF. Get yourself together, Trace. I get it. What a great move right here. And you see, you know, the inside move and again, you know, got the defender moving the wrong way, and that's all it takes with this level of talent on the field.
native of Wilton, Connecticut. She's got a pair of goals today, and so here comes Connecticut. They've scored 3 in a row to start this second half. They're back within 1. And a draw win. Right place, right time. There was Brindley Vrooman. Connecticut coming back at you.
But Maryland's going to need a timeout if Connecticut scores right here, I'll tell you that.
Just over 11 minutes into this second half. Back to
so
a
they'll
one-goal game.
Yeah, they'll get a timeout regardless.
With that media timeout coming up. Stutter step move. Patillo looking for space, and she draws a whistle. Free position look here. Chance to tie it. She drives in. Nice check, but a whistle.
Yeah, you can't swing a stick like that, you know.
So we'll line it up from just a little bit closer here to the middle. Another drive, kicked out. Morton with the stop. Loose ball scooped up by Connecticut. They keep possession. Madison Sweeney with it. Tracking it down here on the near side is Catherine Norton.
And you know, Connecticut's being smart right here, where in the first couple of possessions that Maryland had, I felt like they were forcing these shots and making, you know, unforced errors. You see right here, Connecticut composed and just waiting to get that high percentage perfect play going.
Stafford already with a couple of assists. Feeds out to the top. Norton gives it up. Goal line extended. Good feed inside. Great ball movement. And I think we have a whistle before the goal.
Yes, it's going to be an 8-meter on that.
Addison Patillo again. She already has 2 goals. Chance to tie it up straight away. Good jump off the line, off the helmet of Morton, but it stays out.
So again, in college, the original shot would have been a goal. We would not have even had the 8-meter because it's just continuation play. But in high school, that rule hasn't been changed yet.
That was right off the top of the helmet. That was a good shot, but Morton didn't even know where it went. She just had it go doink and out.
If it hit off the top of the helmet, I would have assumed it would have been a yellow card, no, for a dangerous shot. You can't really hit the goalie in the head. It's kind of illegal last time I checked.
Oh, Russell with a free position. She shoots it wide. And a backup there for Maryland. So what a defensive stand.
That's a huge, huge defensive stand. I mean, they went through a couple of 8 meters, couple of, you know, high percentage shots there to get possession. And now what they need to do is make sure that they value the ball this time around on the offensive end.
Still looking for their first goal this second half, Maryland. They led 7-3 at halftime. All sorts of blue jerseys here chasing Casey Fisher. Gets out of trouble, though. Now they'll take their time. Levy with it. She had a goal in the first half. Rosas with 3 goals already has it here on the near side. Looking for any type of cutter, nobody home. Now Levy, nice move. Beats her defenders, deflected on its way in. Ground ball by Connecticut, and then a foul.
And that's a nice defensive stand by Connecticut as well. They have not given an inch in the second half defensively.
Margaret Bellissimo picking up that ground ball inside. A bunch of red jerseys, and she'll start with it. Under 10 minutes to play in this Class of 2024 championship. We got a 1-goal game as Russell brings it across the restraining box. Connecticut another chance to pull back even. They have trailed from the very beginning as Maryland jumped out to a 3-0 lead.
But the second half has been impressive by Connecticut so far.
Nice steal. Avery Lockwood went up to get that one.
That was so athletic. I just like watching the athleticism of these young ladies. It's unbelievable.
Here's the speed from Schaller.
Yeah, she got that up in a hurry, didn't she?
Yeah. Got, you know, when you can just outrun all the defenders, makes it easier. Get it across into the restraining box. Just blaze by everybody.
Correct.
Now she draws a double team. Gets out of trouble again. Impressive for her not to panic there. You draw the double team, and easy to panic when you've got a bunch of blue jerseys around you, but not making an errant pass, just being cool and calm with it.
Yeah, I mean, those are, you know, the officials should start calling those soon. I mean, Levy's just getting banged up there. They're just pushing away on her. And that's going to leave a mark, some of those.
Levy gets it back on that far side. Maryland up by 1. 7.5 to go. Maryland obviously going to take their time as they get it to Madison Rosses. Nice move again. She's free with the left hand high.
Yeah, I would like to have seen her bounce that one short side. But, you know, she was wide open, hands free, so was going for the power play.
Natalie Kors feeds it. Spin move, shot deflected by the goalie. Backed up by Maryland. Riley Osborne with a good look. Remy Schaller brings it here near side. A goal and an assist for Schaller so far.
A nice solid game by Schaller for sure. You always need that one kid that, you know, again, is just solid. You know, some kids are flashy, some kids are solid, you know. Some kids are feeders, some kids are scorers. Everybody has their role.
LaVerghetta. Little jitterbug move, and she bounces it home. Olivia LaVerghetta with her first goal. The midfielder out of Owings Mills makes it 8-6. What a strong move. We've seen her be speedy in the middle of the field throughout this game. Now she gets it going on offense. Olivia LaVerghetta turns on the jets, and she buries it. Maryland back up by 2. Back here at the American Select Lacrosse Class of 2024 championship game. Travis Eldridge, Tracy Wiener back with you. Maryland getting a big goal from Olivia LaVerghetta just a minute ago to go up by 2 with 6:18 to go.
That was a huge goal. Puts them up by 2 with only 6 minutes. This draw could make or break who wins this game. Although, you know, Connecticut has been scratching and clawing. And sometimes when you're down by so many goals, just scratching and clawing to get back into the game takes all of your energy, and you can never make it to where you're actually winning. So let's see if Maryland can win this draw and then run some more clock off.
Stafford kind of flipped it to her own teammate, and Connecticut gets it. Sadie Stafford kind of just deflected that toward a blue jersey, and she gets the possession for Connecticut, an important possession. They'll go back to work on offense. Madison Sweeney with it behind the cage.
And they could still be very patient. I mean, there's plenty of time left on the clock to score 2 goals.
We've seen them be able to score quickly.
Correct.
Trailed 7-3 at halftime. Scored the first 3 goals of the second half. Outscoring Maryland 3-1. Still trailing by 2 and make it 1. Great little pass, and Addison Patillo has her third, a hat trick.
Yeah, Patillo's had a quiet, good game today. And, and again, you watch this play, and it's just, the passing is just so pinpoint and precision.
Little give and go there for Connecticut to respond, makes it 8-7. We'll get another look.
Yeah, and that's that familiarity also. There's the pass. She just looks right up, takes a girl to goal, sees Patillo wide open, and that's it. It was that quick.
Kelly Holmes on the assist. She already has a goal today out of Darien, Connecticut. She now adds an assist to the resume. Battle for this ground ball off the draw, and it's won by Connecticut.
And that's going to be a yellow card because that's the second 50-50 ground ball that Connecticut has won in a scramble, and that was just a little too aggressive.
Catherine Norton got it, and so big opportunity for Connecticut here, down by 1.
And Maryland's offsides. They're already man down, and they had too many in the zone.
So they'll restart things here from the corner. Woman up situation for Connecticut. Huge opportunity. Trinkas gives it up. Patillo now with it. Devin Russell, she's had a nice game with 3 goals already. Oh, they've got an open cutter. Just missed her.
Well, they're going to be patient here. They're man up, so they know they're going to wait for the perfect shot.
Nice take. And a better save. Morton. She slid across and got to that far pipe to make the stop.
That was just, a great effort, but a better save by the goalie, never giving an inch on that.
Could be a game-saving save. Under 3 minutes to go now as Grace Mitchell brings it across. Trying to get out of trouble. Mitchell still with it. Ball loose. Ground ball this time for Fisher. Now Connecticut gets it back.
That was a lot of hard work there by Connecticut. I mean, I'm surprised that Maryland didn't use a timeout on that and save the possession. But again, just the relentlessness of Connecticut.
So they're going to set things up, trailing by 1, right at the 2-minute mark. Clock will stop now on stoppages, and it'll stop now because we've got a timeout. Connecticut wants to talk things over. This is maybe their best opportunity here to try to tie things up down the stretch.
Well, it's an interesting timeout. I mean, obviously, they're going to go through their best play, and you see, this was the goal that we thought was going to tie it, but it went to the, as the defense was scrambling on her, Morton really only had one place to shoot it, and the goalie read it the whole way. But this also gives Maryland a chance to discuss their defense on this play. So it's not just about, it was a good timeout for Connecticut to set up hopefully a goal-tying score. But for Maryland, now you have an opportunity to kind of regroup and get your defense together.
Reminder that coming up 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time, about 30 minutes from now, we'll have the Class of 2025 championship game here from Delaware. It's New York Downstate versus D.C. Virginia. So we saw Connecticut win in the class of 2023. Got Connecticut and Maryland here in the class of 2024, and a couple of different regions in the class of 2025, current high school sophomores.
That should be a great game, and you know, those, you know, the 25s have been battling it out this whole tournament. Really, just, you know, I'm going to say that every age group has. So by the time they get to this games, it's really the teams that have earned it. There is nobody that gets a free ride or an easy ride into these championships.
No, it was a battling through group play early on, and then right through the bracket. Semifinals earlier today in all these age groups. So here we go. Connecticut will trigger it in under 2 minutes to play, down by 1. What do you like here, Tracy?
Yeah, I like just give Stafford the ball and everybody get out of her way if she's on the field. But for me, just work the ball until the defense breaks down. You have plenty of time to get it done. Just don't force anything. And the one thing that I don't want to see is everybody get into the middle of the 8-meter and somebody try to dish it in there and it just gets stolen.
Trinka sails it high. She has a laser of a shot. She rung the bar earlier.
Yeah, that's a tough shot, though, if you're looking for high percentage, because that's just high to high.
Under 1:30 to go. Holmes taken down, and a whistle.
Well, this is a good opportunity. That's going to be an 8-meter. And, I mean, Holmes is going to have a great opportunity now to get in here, tie this game up.
Kelly Holmes instead will back it out. She has some patience.
Didn't like what she saw.
Nearing a minute to play. Sadie Stafford.
That's the one. Where's Morton? All right, Stafford and Morton. Just run. I would run a 52 Stafford and Morton. Everybody get out of my way.
Patillo bounces it home, and we're all tied at 8.
And you know what? Patillo was the one that then would have that. You know, I didn't even think of that because she's been in the hot hand today, the fourth goal of the game. So if you're watching Morton and you're watching Stafford, then that leaves a wholly different matchup for Patillo, who has just been on fire.
What a take here.
And right there, the reverse roll.
Oh, excuse me. That was Caroline Trinkas. Now Patillo with the fourth. Trinkas gets it to go. It was 38, not 33. That's her first.
Yeah, just skipped it by the goalie. I mean, that's really a shot that, you expect your goalie to save, you know.
As Maryland gets the ground ball.
Maryland should call a timeout here and set up their own play.
That's exactly what they're going to do.
They must have heard me.
Well, no, never mind. Sorry, whistle.
Oh.
Not a timeout. They're going to play on here. One more chance. We do have overtime here.
Of course. They're going to take the last shot. I mean, obviously, and I would give it to Levy and everybody else clear out. Get out of my way.
Here she is. Kate Levy dishes it off. Levy gets it back. Remy Schaller with it, a whistle. Nine seconds left. Levy gets it. Floats it in. Good luck. A whistle before the shot.
Obstruction.
Caroline Cole will line up a 8-meter here on the near side. Chance to win it.
This is what you play for. Let's go, kiddo. Goalie's ready. Let's do this. Love it.
Cole drives in. Deflected wide. Connecticut with it. And we will have overtime in the class of 2024. What a game this has been.
That was a great back check on the stick. And you have to protect your stick first. You want to go for that power shot. But when the defense is closing in on you, stick protection is of the utmost importance. But she almost field hockeyed that shot in. took a swipe at it while it was on the ground.
So 50 minutes not enough. We've got overtime here from Delaware. We'll have it when we come back on LSN. So we got overtime here in the American Select Lacrosse Class of 2024 championship game. Connecticut coming from behind to force overtime. They scored with just under a minute to play to tie it up at 8. Maryland had one more good look at the end, but Connecticut's defense standing tall. And so we're all tied up at 8 apiece as we go to this overtime period. Sudden victory, first team to score wins.
That's it. That's all she wrote. So it's going to be, right, this draw is going to be huge, obviously.
It was Caroline Trinkas that scored the tying goal for Connecticut. Saw Caroline Cole with a good look at the end for Maryland. But if you're looking for Maryland players to go to, Madison Rosas started with a terrific game early on. She scored the first 3 goals. Remy Schaller, Morgan Quaid, Kate Levy, Laverghetta, Green, each with a goal. The draw circle here, it's Avery Lockwood matching up against Sadie Stafford. All-important draw, a whistle will give it to Maryland. So they'll get the first look at this. First team to score wins.
And let's see what they run. I really feel like they haven't run a set play, but they just called something now.
Only 1 goal in this second half for Maryland. They led 7-3 at the half. It's been all Connecticut in the second half, but a chance to win it here. Levy draws the double, gets rid of it.
Every time Levy touches the ball, she's drawing the double. Every time.
Laverghetta, you've seen her beat her defender in the second half. Turned back around, gives it up to Remy Schaller.
And they can be very patient here. They don't, again, I would just keep moving the ball and working the ball, moving the ball and working the ball. The standing still is allowing the defense to be settled.
And it's an offensive foul. A charge is called. We'll give it to Connecticut.
My goodness.
Maybe not a lot there, but Catherine Norton gets the possession. If Connecticut can clear, they'll have a chance to win. Man, what a comeback this would be.
It would be, I mean, and again, I just think that, you know, Connecticut has just been chipping away. I'm wondering what they're going to run right here and who they're going to run it for. They do have quite a few options.
Yeah, we've seen Patillo and Russell each with hat tricks. Sadie Stafford, a couple of assists. Here is Stafford. Shoots high off the post.
Boy, you heard that.
Connecticut keeps it, though, as it bounced all the way back out to Russell. 40 seconds to go in this overtime period. Russell all the way through, and she wins it. Her 4th goal of the day is the golden one. Connecticut, 9-8 winners.
Wow, Connecticut really dominated. It was a tale of 2 halves, Travis. Each team dominated the half, and Connecticut made the most of their possession, where Maryland, unfortunately, got a questionable charge call.
And so Connecticut goes back-to-back winners in the class of 2023 and the class of 2024 here at the American Select Lacrosse Tournament.
Look at that. That's a perfectly placed shot. Holy cow. I mean, as the goalie, you can't even say that the goalie should have had that. That was hip, non-stick side. That is 100% always a goal. Look at the excitement from the girls. I love it.
So they cap off a long couple of days of play with an overtime game winner from Devin Russell. Connecticut, the champs here at the American Select Lacrosse Class of 2024 championship game. We got more when we come back here on LSN. Back here in Delaware, going to hand out some hardware to Connecticut for the second consecutive game here at the American Select Lacrosse event. As in the class of 2024, Connecticut winners coming from behind to win 9-8 in overtime. Travis Eldridge and Tracy Weiner back with you. Tracy, two terrific games, and what a come-from-behind win by Connecticut here in this second game of the day.
Unbelievable. And again, for me, it was all about the tale of two halves. And Connecticut honestly dominated the second half. Maryland, you can see by the score, barely put the ball in the cage. And you have to protect your lead. Connecticut threw everything at them that they could and ended up on top. What a great, great comeback win.
Connecticut goes back-to-back here the last couple of years, by the way, because they won this event in the class of 2024 last year, beating Florida. This year, they take down Maryland to win the crown.
And again, for me, the Connecticut class of 24, this group is a special team. I mean, they are truly, truly talented, and they just bring a whole different energy to the field.
Yeah, they were led by Devin Russell, who her fourth goal of the day, good to score the overtime game winner. You got all the parents out here on the field now. Time to take some photos. Representing the region well. Connecticut going back-to-back here, winning class of 2023 and 2024. They can't win the class of 2025, though, Tracy, because they're not in the championship.
That's correct. And, you know, and that's the way it goes sometimes. Listen, different regions have different ages that dominate. And, you know, and again, it's very, very difficult, this tournament in general, to get to the championship. So, you know, good for Connecticut, 23-24. Let's bring on the next champion.
We will have the class of 2025 championship game about 15 minutes from now here in Delaware. It's New York downstate against D.C., Virginia. In the class of 2025, that game coming at 12:30 p.m. Eastern. Those players starting to arrive here to the field. We got a well-oiled machine here at the DE Turf Complex. One game ends, we hand out some hardware, correct, and next game begins.
That's exactly right. And then, you know, champions take their photos. Look at all the smiles. Parents are excited. They'll do another photo in their championship T-shirts, and that's what it's about.
I'll hand out some hardware, some T-shirts. The champs here in 2022, Connecticut, has really dominated this class of 2024. And as we mentioned before, obviously a big recruiting summer. And this event, Tracy, kind of ends that recruiting time here in the month of July. It's a grind through June, July, and then you get the dead period that comes up here in August.
That's exactly right, and everybody's tired. The college coaches are tired, the players are tired, the club directors are tired, the referees are tired. We're all just so looking forward to a couple of weeks of putting our sticks down and just being, you know, human beings.
Some time on the beach. I know you got the
yes,
wave runner going, some time
yes,
away from a lacrosse field.
That's correct. You know, just you know, spend a little time, you know, with my daughter before she goes back to college, getting my son ready for senior year, all the fun stuff. And these kids get to be kids, and in a couple of weeks, it's probably soccer and field hockey season for most of these athletes.
Yeah, it's you know, one season after another, and the summer season just bleeds into the fall high school season. And
correct.
Obviously, a big spring coming up in their high school junior years here for this class of player.
Exactly. Yep. So fun watching them get their gear, and they're all excited. Their coaches are excited. I love it.
I mean, you put in a lot of work and sweat into 3 days of lacrosse, and it always feels better when you're hoisting a trophy or getting some swag to celebrate at the end of a long tournament.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And for all these players, also part of there's a tryout process involved, and
yes,
and then practices with your region, and so it was an extra whole process to be part of this team, and so it's always special to have it cap off with a title.
Yeah, and again, you know, you drive home now and they can all exhale and say, you know, we finished the season, and their summer record was amazing as well. They didn't lose a lot this summer. and then to cap it off with the championship and one of the most prestigious tournaments of the summer, because this is, like I said, it's countrywide. It's not just a Northeast championship or an East Coast championship. This is the United States championship.
And Connecticut the champs here in the class of 2024. So we will step aside. Remember, just about 10 minutes from now, we'll have the class of 2025 championship between New York Downstate and DC for Virginia. But for now, for Tracy, I'm Travis. Champs in the class of 2024. Connecticut, 9-8 winners in overtime.